unblemished by the machinations of the week. So Pep Guardiola, his progress slightly stalled at Sunderland on Thursday, still selects out of sizzling recent form. Gianluigi Donnarumma has 4 clean sheets in his last 5 league games. Josko Gvardiol, who played the last half hour on Wednesday, starts now in place of Nathan Ake. The headline is that Rodri, after half a game on New Year's Day, is ready to start 2 games without a goal and hungry for his 150th in City colours. It is a stretch City squad, 4 teenagers, 3 would-be Premier League debutants on their bench. The first senior team sheet to which Callum McFarlane puts his signature is different in 5 regards to Enzo Maresca's last. In goal, Robert Sanchez is injured. It's Philip Jorgensen's first league start since February. It's Badiashile for the unwell Fofana at centre-half. Still no Cucurella, so Malo Gusto remains at left-back. These 4 start together for the first time. Reece James is free to re-adopt his midfield role alongside Enzo Fernandez for the suspended Moises Caicedo. Neto comes in for Garnacho. Cole Palmer has yet to beat Manchester City since departing them, and João Pedro is restored to the 11 in place of another City graduate, Liam Delap. Delap and Garnacho, but not Fofana, are on a bench that has space for 2 goalkeepers. Well, quite a moment this in the life of Callum McFarlane, who began 2025 in charge of Southampton under-18s with an FA Youth Cup tie at Fleetwood. Now he has shaken hands and prepares to joust with perhaps the finest coach of this generation. And we welcome viewers on Sky Sports' main event. We shiver together on an icy Mancunian day, and we invite you, Gary, to identify players who just might warm us.
Yeah, Cherki there is someone who is getting livelier and livelier, and his numbers are starting to hit. A really good thing that could mean he's one of the best in that position in the league.
And as has become customary here at Manchester City, the first home game of the calendar year offers the chance to remember and respect those attached to this club who have died over the past 12 months.
Marvin Hilton, then Hollington. Joey Jones. The Manchester City family reaches far and wide, and today we remember.
Well, that was beautifully done, and the world rolls on, and Manchester City, in all their formidable might, resolve in front of their own people for the first time in the new year to go again and some, to reclaim, if they can, the crown that slipped away in 2025. City 7 unbeaten in the Premier League, Chelsea just 1 win in 7. The 200th game of the Premier League campaign is a blue chip meeting of the wealthy and the aspirational. And it falls in a really interesting context. Crazy week for Chelsea, a week in which City have spilled a couple of points, but in which they have maintained nonetheless a remarkable unbeaten run. And they are straight onto the attack here with Tijjani Reinders biting at the back of Acheampong, who continues at right full-back for Chelsea.
Yeah, Reinders is playing off that left-hand side. We had Phil Foden out there, but he looks like he's playing narrow, or he is playing narrow alongside Bernardo Silva in the 210s in front of Rodri.
Diaz, there's Foden. He was invited to have a run at Mateus Nunes. So he's pinning in Diaz and then fouling him. Gusto from left back again in the absence of Cucurella.
Yeah, it'd be really interesting to see Chelsea today. The manager sacked or moved out of the club on by mutual consent a few days ago. It'd be interesting to see how it's impacted them.
Gusto again, Diaz is across. And in that regard, Gary, and particularly when we're talking about a squad which is so famously young, how important are the senior players such as they are? And I mean particularly Reece James.
I think he's really important. And just the stability, his length of time at the club. He's got real composure on the ball. I think he is going to have to just settle things down in there. Be a real leader. Very few, as you say, not just actually out there on the pitch, but on the bench. Every aspect of the club. He's very young when it comes to Premier League experience.
There's entrenched now as Manchester City's right back. Snatched back by Enzo Fernandez, who is another who would be expected to lead under these circumstances.
The Chelsea team, if they are players who will cause Manchester City problems, some real talent.
It's the man who might be expected to be the manager on the pitch today. It's James who oversees the corner.
It's not your fault. It's not.